what's up YouTube? It's me, Mario. I think the hat kind of makes Spider-Man look a little bit like Mario. Only because they're very similar colours with the blue and the red. I know it's confusing. You thought I was Mario for a second. Let me take the hat off. In this video, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you something pretty special. I really like this one. I can't believe that I came up with this idea. Here we have a little mini version of your regular Mario pipe. You know, the ones that you can kind of go in and usually find nice little hidden secrets when you're playing the games? Well, if you climb up the pipe and you work your way down, you will find yourself in a nice hidden away, little bit nostalgic, Mario themed hidden base. And as you look around, you might see a few things that you might recognize from the games. And it's just a really fun build to kind of like add to your worlds. I hope that you enjoyed this one. If you do, please do remember to hit that like button. And if you make it all the way to the end, please share the video with a friend. But without any further ado, let's get started. So before we begin, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you that you will need all of these materials that you can see in my inventory right now. And something you might not have thought about, potions of night vision are going to be almost essential. Unless you've got really good eyesight, which I don't. So you're going to want to at least make sure you got some potions of night vision or some torches, all of the materials that you can see right here. And once you've got them all, we can begin. Okay. So the first thing that we've got to do is we have to make our tube that allows us to go down into our secret base. So I want you to place a formation of lime concrete on the ground like this, kind of like a plus shape, but with the middle left out. We're then going to place another 2 rows of lime concrete on top of what we have just placed. Like this. I want you to extend all of those lime concretes out at the top. And there you'll be able to see that you have a Mario tunnel looking shape. Let's place some ladders on the outside of it so that we can actually climb up into our tunnel. I'm going to pop a potion of night vision right now. And then we have to climb into the tunnel and we have to dig down. I'd recommend about 11 blocks. You can do more, but I wouldn't do too much less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we also want to dig forward a certain amount of rows as well. Probably about 4, 5, it can be more, no less than 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 5. 5 rows in front of us. Okay, so all of this now has to be turned lime green. So everything that you see surrounding you wants to be turned into lime green, ladies and gentlemen. So the walls to the left of you, the floor below, the ceiling too, all wants to be lime green because we're trying to go for something that looks like a Mario pipe look. So that also means destroying all of this above us, and we're going to place lime green in here too. And that also means destroying the floor as well, because we want to be walking on the tube too. That also means destroying all of the... Whoops. That means destroying all of this coming up to the top of the tube. I just knocked off some of the ladders. I'm going to have to go and replace those once I'm done here. But that means destroying this and all of this as well. Just remove all of the dirt and all of the stone and whatever that block is coming all the way down the tube. I keep calling it a tube, but I suppose it's a pipe. It's I guess it's a pipe. We are plumbers, after all. We're dressed up like Mario. Well, at least I am, kind of, right? I mean, you know, red and blue? Kind of Mario-like. Spider-Man, basically Mario. Or is Mario Spider-Man? I don't know. But we're going to fill in all of the surrounding area. There we go. So it's just nice and clean looking now, right? So we've got a nice green pipe that leads us all the way up to the surface. And speaking of the surface, you're also going to want to place some ladders coming all the way up to the top so you can climb in and out. I have to replace the ladder on the outside here as well. So now we can climb up and down our tube, leading all the way into our awesome hidden base. So, what do we want to do next? Well, the next thing is going to be for us to destroy. It's going to be about 13 rows going forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, we now have to destroy 5 rows above us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And we want to tunnel out all of that. So we want to destroy all of those 5 rows, going back to where we first started. And we don't want to destroy any of the green, so that's a good marker for you to stop. So it all wants to be in line with the green concrete that we have placed there. So now that we have this large chunk of wall missing, oh, hang on, we've got some more blocks as well, silly me. So we have to destroy these 2, and yep, that row as well. So we have all those rows nice and free now. That's about as high as the actual hidden base is going to be. We now have to destroy 5 rows to the left of us, and 5 rows to the right of all of this. So literally it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but extended out, destroying all this chunk of land and all of that chunk of land as well. So I'm actually going to do this a little bit quickly because it is a bit boring to watch and listen to me talk about destroying it. Back in a moment. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. So we have roughly dug out the entire area for the hidden base. There's a few holes in the walls, but that's actually no problem whatsoever. So the first thing that we are going to do, now that we have dug out all this area, is we are just going to clean up the entrance a little bit. So where we have this tube leading into our hidden base, this pipe, we're going to place a row of lime concrete all the way around the edge, just so that it's sticking out a little bit. We're also going to place some light blue concrete all the way around this. So light blue concrete just on this back wall where the pipe is. Like this. We also want the ceiling to be light blue concrete as well. We're also going to be adding some lighting into the ceiling so that we don't have to keep popping these potions of night vision. I don't know how long I've got left on mine, but I'm glad that I have an infinite amount of them because I've used quite a few already. There we go. So that back wall and the ceiling is completely light blue. So now that we've done that, I'm going to chuck away the potion of night vision and the lime concrete and the ladders for a little bit. And I'm just going to grab the block of redstone lamps and some torches. So I'm going to light up the area by placing a torch on the end of this pipe. I'm also going to roughly in the middle of the ceiling, it doesn't have to be perfect this, I'm going to have a 3x3 light that is going to be made out of well, I guess that's in the middle of the ceiling. That's a 3x4, but I don't like that, so I'm going to bring it a little bit towards the front, and I'm just going to place blocks of redstone in the ceiling like this with redstone lamps underneath. And then this should provide just about adequate lighting, really. It should keep things just about bright enough until we're able to apply a few more torches. Kind of looks like the sun, and that's what I'm going for. So on this back wall here, I think that what we're actually going to do is we're going to build the castle first, so you can kind of see how the room is laid out a bit. So if you come to the back bottom left-hand corner of this wall, you want to count to the right by 3. Like 1, 2, 3. We're going to place 5 brick coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to go right by 2, or right by 1. Place a door. Go right by 2. Connect back to the wall. We're going to raise up all of the bricks by 2 rows until the bricks are higher than the door, just like this. We're going to connect the brick across the top. And we're going to give the castle the sort of like top of the castle effect, where every other block is a brick. So we kind of want to give it the kind of like normal looking castle effect. And you can even fill the top of the castle in if you like, using bricks or whatever material you want to use, really. Well, now that that is done, I want to have an entrance. Well, an entrance is the wrong thing to call it. I want to have a path from the castle that leads to the actual entrance of the tunnel. So you can use multiple materials for this. I actually got rid of mine. Grass block is what I'm going to be using, but you could use dirt, you could use lime terracotta, something like that. I basically just want to have a nice straight path leading to our little Mario house. The rest of the floor I want to make out of terracotta. So the rest of the floor, if you've ever seen the 8-bit Mario games, a lot of the scenery, it's all the same stuff. They pretty much just reuse it. And a lot of the scenery is kind of like you've got a little bit of brick that's a similar color to this terracotta at the bottom. And you have a little bit of like green plants. And you've also got a load of clouds as well. And so that means that the floor of this base is going to kind of like be the brick that you'd see in the side of the scenery as you're playing, you know, the old Mario games. And we're going to have the actual like green plants built into the walls as well. And we're going to be placing some coins in the wall, and we'll be using some, we'll be building some clouds too. And now that we've built the castle, by the way, a little sneaky way to add some more light is to place torches either side of the middle brick on the top of the castle. So that way you don't really see them that much, but you get a nice even set of torches going all the way around, and that should keep the place nice and lit up. Well, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually tunnel into the walls, and I'm going to replace the bricks and the stone and whatever other materials. I'm going to replace it all using blue concrete. And then I'll build all of the... you know what, it is actually kind of counterintuitive to do this, so why don't we do this? So in the right wall, and the left wall specifically, we want to have this pattern built into the wall. So like if you start from the front bottom right hand corner, you leave a gap of 1, and you dig 4 blocks. We're going to place lime there. We're going to take the middle 2 blocks and extend them upwards. And that's kind of like the little plant that I'm talking about, the bush. Going to leave a gap of 2, and then I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to have the same little bush that you would have just on the opposite side. I'm going to place a couple of clouds as well. The first cloud is going to be here in the wall, just 1 row away from the top of the bush, and it's just going to be a nice little white cloud. It looks like this. The other cloud is going to be a little bit higher. It's going to be 2 rows away, and it's just going to hug this back corner wall like that. So they're built quite far away from each other. If you want to add any more details, you can add some gold blocks, kind of like in between. So, you know, like how Mario has to jump up and he's got to get some coins and stuff, you might want to add a couple of those in the wall. But for the rest of the wall is going to be blue concrete. And I was just going to very lazily fill in the entire wall with blue. And then I was just going to add the other blocks afterwards, but I figured that it does make sense to kind of add them first. And we're running out of night vision potion, which is kind of cool, because you'll be able to see what we're left with. We should have a fair amount of light. We're going to do a similar thing on this opposite wall as well. Literally the exact same thing, so we're just going to copy it. So 1 row away, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 middle blocks come up, place the lime concrete in there. Same on the opposite side. It actually works out very well. It's just the same coming in from the opposite end. And then we just have 2 clouds. So like the first cloud, 1 row about here. 1, 2, 3. Right there. And then the other cloud we'll just place like right in the top corner, just like this. It doesn't have to be the exact same as the opposite side, but you know, it can be if you want it to be like this. Like for instance, you could move this cloud here, like that, and then you could have a cloud like here, so it's opposite. And I'm just gonna fill in the rest of the wall using light blue concrete, just to kind of like fill in all of the gaps in between. I'm feeling as though we do need a little bit more light, so I am in of 2 minds whether to actually just place glowstone in the wall, because glowstone kinda, you know, it's yellow, it kind of looks like coins, right? I mean, I might just straight up do that. Maybe on the back walls. I'll see how it looks. Why not? Why not have a look? It might look alright. As I say, it does kind of look like coins. And there is something about glowstone that it does, I don't know, it does just kind of look homey and warm. So let's get rid of this for a little second. And where is the glowstone? There it is. I mean, yeah, it kind of looks like a shiny gold coin, I suppose. Maybe like one there. It doesn't look as good as that though, does it? Ah, it really doesn't. Oh well, it doesn't matter as long as the place is like nice and bright. Keep some of those on the wall, but you can have some like yellow concretes and some gold. Maybe, you know, just different colors. There's no harm in adding any of that. This back wall here, I'm just going to make this completely blue. I might add a cloud on it actually, because I don't have any clouds on the original version, the version that I just made for myself in my designing world. So I think that it might make sense to add a little bit of cloudage on the back part here, but I'm just going to make this all blue. And on the inside of the building you'll actually be able to see blue too. However, I might change that. I might change the inside of the castle. Oh, and the top of the castle, by the way, just on the back middle, also needs a brick. But I might change that a little bit, we'll see. So yeah, that back wall so far just wants to look like this. And yeah, I mean, we can just add maybe like a little cloud in here, just in the top left corner, something like that, you know. It doesn't have to be too crazy, all of the detail. Maybe even add a little cloud lower, maybe, just a little bit out of the way. But I don't want to crowd the place too much. What else are we going to add? Well, there's a lot of boxes in Mario. Boxes, you know, like how you collect coins? They're basically just square yellow boxes with a question mark. However, we can't make a question mark in such a small amount of space. We could if the box was higher. If the box was this big, I'll show you how you would make one. You'd use some slab and you'd use a little bit of, maybe even a little bit of stairs. We might not need it. It'd be kind of like this. You can actually make the question mark that small. So, would it be possible, perhaps, to... How would it look? Nah, I think you kind of need the 3 block... Whoops. Okay, I mean, that's obviously a question mark, but do you need those blocks to... Yeah, that looks horrendous, so you can't really make a question mark box with that amount of space, but you can kind of just leave a little bit yellow concrete, maybe just kind of like make one of the blocks white, something like that, just to show that it's kind of like important how it kind of just emulates the coin box that you would get. But a cool bit of decoration, this decoration actually looks cool, and I think that you guys will be able to recognize what it is. White terracotta, red concrete, and quartz stairs. On the right side here, I'm going to place a white terracotta right in the middle, red concrete on top, left, right, above the middle part, and we're going to place quartz stairs left and right of the red concrete. What does that look like? It looks like a mushroom, or at least I think it does. I think that looks pretty cool. That's a cool bit of decoration. The cloud kind of gets in the way, but you can place those a couple of other places if you'd like. So for instance, I mean, if you wanted to, like, you could place one here, just kind of just sitting on the side. It just makes a cool little bit of decoration, you know? It's obviously very Mario-y, if that's a word. And I mean, you could even place like a box in the corner here too if you wanted to. Why not? Why don't we? Maybe we'll use block of gold. Just keep the materials a bit varied. A little box in the corner, you know? Just add a little bit more detail. Well, the final bit of detail that we are going to be adding is going to require terracotta, quartz stairs, and birch fence. Just out in front of the castle here. In the very old games, maybe in some of the newer ones, I've not played Mario in a while, you've got a flag that you like as you pass. The flag comes down or it comes up. I think it comes down, and it just signifies that you've beat the level. So terracotta, couple of birch fence, and then we actually need an upside down. Actually, you know what? 4 birch fence, so we'll add 2 more. I was making that the wrong way. And then we're going to place an upside down quartz stairs coming out from the block just one away from the top. And then you've got the little flag. And it really is kind of like a really cool little place just to kind of like hang out a little bit. And the inside the castle, because that's all of that stuff done, the inside the castle is quite cool too. You can keep some stuff in here if you'd want to, but I'm just going to quickly replace this back wall that's blue concrete. I'm going to replace this with brick. I'm going to replace the floor with something a bit warmer like oak wood planks, because I think that makes a better material. I'm going to have to destroy underneath the door too, and that'll require a new door. There we are. And then I can just whip the doors out as well. There we are. And then add a couple of torches in here, and then you've got enough room for a bed and stuff in the back, and you can climb up the back here, and you'll be able to, if you place some ladders, you'll be able to actually climb up on top of the castle too, which is nice. Like, you could hide something cool up here, like an ender chest, maybe behind the middle of here or something like that. It'd kind of be cool. As a matter of fact, I might even do that just for the next time I come down here. Maybe I'll just leave a little bit of an ender chest just in the back, just to kind of, you know, just as a nice little Easter egg. And it also adds like the cool magic particle effects. Last but not least, just got to destroy this little block here, place a little bit of lime concrete in there. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, we're kind of done, right? I mean, this is the Mario hidden base, all hidden away. We've got some mushrooms, we've got a nice scenery, we've got the flag, we've got the little castle. We have the inside the castle pretty much made for whenever you want to add stuff to it. And we have our entrance and exit leading us up to and away from our base. I do hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please do remember to hit that like button, as it really helps me and the channel out very, very much. If you would like to keep up to date with me and the channel, I'd really suggest that you do subscribe and click the little bell next to the subscription button. That'll ensure that you get all my stuff sent directly to your sub box. And if you would like to see any more things like this, why not leave a little suggestion if you'd like to see some more fun hidden bases from video games and movies and stuff. Let me know down there in the comment section. And without any further ado, if you want to make any other things like this, kind of like little funny hidden bases and dimensions and all sorts of stuff like that, check out the card system and the description below. I'll be leaving links in there for you to check out. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gents. I really do appreciate you. I'm going to go back to my castle. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.